Am I gone? Okay, I had to switch over to. Let me ask my nephew. Hey, chicken. Yeah, apparently, it won't do both things. I was going to go check the Twitch, but it didn't let me do two things at once. Gotcha. We're doing it. Not bad. Not bad. It's a good call. I'm not seeing a problem. Nope. It's complicated, but we're here. True. Well, I had to take a break when my house burnt down, but probably about 2 years now. Mostly, however, it's on my friend's end. Like he'll call me and like you just did, and then we'll do tech. So talk about education, that kind of thing. True. That's the first place I ever saw you. Oh, I don't think so. No, no, my house burnt down, and that really, really crimps your style. And so I didn't have anything I could really stream with for quite some time. So, like all my adaptive equipment went and all that. So, but I kept in touch because I don't know, I'm adventuring through you somehow on through your uh, X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it now. Right. Oh, it was tough. Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah. We even planned for such things because we knew it would be difficult to get me out of someplace. So, like in my bedroom, the entire window can just pop out with a flick of a switch, and they can take me out that way. Or, and then we knew garages were a key point of fires starting. So we built something called a firewall there. But the fire got so intense that it melted the kitchen window without the flames even touching it. And then fire went from there up into the attic. So it was insane. My van burnt down, my sister's car, my nephews, and they were out of the garage. Just the heat caught them on fire. It was woo, spooky. It something in the garage was about wiring, but nothing of our fault, I guess. So that's good. But it was so strange. Yeah, it was the day before Halloween. So it could have been ghosts. You never know. Ghosts. The mean ones, not the Casper ones. Those ones are cool. Yeah. There's two cool people on the stream at once. It's kind of like a crossing of the streams. That's the problem. So too much cool. Background group. Okay, muscular dystrophy. I was born. Everybody thought I was a-okay, and I was one of those babies. You start putting them on their legs, and you could hold me, and I would stand there, and things. And then that started to go away at about 6 months of age. So, and I was the oldest, so my parents didn't know what was up with that. Took me to the doctor. First doctor, which is more of a family doctor, thought I was just a lazy baby, which how those lazy babies smoking cigarettes and collecting welfare. So, but they took me back for a second opinion because I started, like I would cry if they tried to put me on my legs and other things. So that's when we found out I had a rare form of muscular dystrophy called Wernick-Hoffman's. And anymore, I think they've stuffed that under spinal muscular atrophy type 2. And that was supposed to be fatal by the time you're by the time you're by the time you're by the time you're so so now I so it got me to the point where I can't, I've never been able to like touch my nose or smack a fly or mosquitoes. Those ones really bother me. But
Yeah.
and they know it too. They know it. So
Yeah. She can't see us. We can't hear her. Okay, so really quickly, uh, chat is saying they can't hear me.
I'll just I wonder if the people can hear me. But and they know it too. They know it.
Huh. There's two of.
Okay, I hear you now.
You can hear me. Okay. Are
Yep.
there two of
Can't see
you?
but that's okay.
You can't see me.
Nope, just one.
Just one.
No, but that's okay. If they can see you, that
Audio is good. Can you see me?
okay. I'll just keep talking then.
All right.
Now I can.
All right.
Okay. So where were we? I was at the cusp of where they weren't, like just before they started allowing kids to go to school with severe disabilities. Like they had separate schools. Like I was going to a school for, we'll put it this way: the the R word was in the title of the school. And like one of the places that helped us financially was something for crippled children, things like that. So it was right at the cusp of that. So I'm kind of like, I was always the pioneer or the guinea pig, whichever way you want to see that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of tough getting through school, but we did so. And well, actually, to get me into regular school, they mandated an IQ test, and I like totally killed it. So
Of course.
then we went to
Yeah.
grade school, or not grade school, kindergarten, and then there you go. I've done lots of stuff since then. Since I failed like algebra and things in school, my ninth grade was awful because my disease has progressed throughout my life. So they thought I was lazy because I would stop writing. I just stopped being able to write.
Yes.
And I didn't know how to. I even told them, I said, "Do you guys think I'm doing backflips when you're not looking at me or something?" Because I wouldn't do homework and things like that. And but I'd always on my report card say, "Brilliant in class, does great on tests, F, no homework." So anyway, since I failed that, I decided when I got to college, and my mom was going with me and would write everything for me. So I just went and got a degree in flat out mathematics. And then since that there's really no job there by itself, I got a degree in educational psychology. That way I could go work at the high school and teach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
that
so
was tough. Go
so
ahead.
you went and taught.
Well, yeah. I did my student teaching at the school I graduated from and got great grades as far as my, what do they call those? Evaluations. And then I applied for the job that opened, and then I never got a call back on it, and I found out nobody applied for that same job ever. And I was like, wow, that's strange. And then they reopened it. Anyway, so it turns out the principal was an awful human being. And I ended up suing them, which took like 4 years. But I'm the first person in the United States to win discrimination in hiring under the Americans with Disabilities Act. So if you look that up, so if you look up Carr versus District RE3, that's, or Fort Morgan School District RE3, that's me. And I'm in law books and stuff because we set case precedent.
Wow.
They have weird language in a lot of the laws, like the disability has to be the sole reason they didn't give you the job. And the judge had to come out and say, okay, that doesn't make any sense by itself. Let's say it's 90% of the reason they didn't give you the job, and the other 10% was they hate your mustache. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't protect your rights. So that we went. So that's actually taught in high school. I like that. Not high school, college, and law school.
Wow.
So I ended up going to work at the place I sued, and the first thing they told me is like, my family can't come on campus. They would supply my assistant, and I didn't have any choice of who they picked. And that person was supposed to feed me, take me to the restroom, all this stuff. So I was like, ooh, it was tough. I mean, I would like to tell you I'm 100% brave, which I totally am. But man, was I scared for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. Just imagine being taped to a chair, and then you go for 8 hours a day to teach high school, which was, I think the job by itself was plenty enough challenge for me. So having, there'd be like boxes stacked up in front of my door, or the place I parked at, they put my name there, and then that would get tore down once a week. Just really interesting.
Oh my gosh.
And I felt bad for the guy because a guy got the job instead of me to start with, right? So how do you prove that I am more qualified for the job than him? I didn't think we needed to prove that. We decided to prove they completely overlooked me. and then sought this guy out. Unfortunately, that wasn't what happened, so they had to go through and show where I'm smarter and I did better and I have more experience and all this. So that guy really hated me, and I just could never. I tried at the very beginning to get over that, but then we just, like, he called me cripple and I go pussy and stuff like that as we passed each other. And all. That was our thing. I feel pretty good that I actually got the moxie to do that, or call him asshole or idiot. And we just did that, passing each other. But I don't know, it just made for a real hard day. And so you do that for a few years, and it's tough.
Yeah.
But
Everybody on.
that's one of the things when I saw you thinking you should be a teacher. And I sure could have used you as an assistant, because you got to have like a lot of, like I said, enthusiasm, humor, and willingness to interact with the kids. That was what I think they overlooked a lot, is that I never wrote on the board. Only the kids wrote on the board. My assistant didn't write on the board. So the kids knew that that's what they had to do. And then so it wasn't that big a deal. And I also told them, when you come to the board, you don't think. If there's a mess up, it's our fault. We messed it up, so you don't look silly at all. And that just really worked. Kids would help. And during my first parent-teacher conferences, I'd say 80% of parents didn't even know I was in a wheelchair. Their kids never told them. So I love the kids.
Yeah. The Twitter Spaces can't hear you because it's in my headphones.
Oh no, Twitter.
It's okay though. So, hi Twitter Spaces. I am streaming this live on X Spaces. I'm streaming this live stream on X. So I open this room, this space, for questions once we get to the question section. So please stick around if you have any questions. I don't know if X will let you watch the live stream and be in here at the same time, but I'm going to go ahead and, can I bring somebody up for co-host? Anybody that, give me a thumbs up if you can co-host this space for me, please.
Where else can we, they can see it on YouTube, yes, and Twitch?
It's on YouTube, Twitch, and X.
So if they wanted to interact, go to X.
Perfect.
But if they want to see us, go to one of the other two.
Sweet. Thank you, X. Oh, there we go. Okay, I've got X here. Hi, thank you. I'm going to add you as co-host. Hey.
I have 9% battery, so I might use it.
Let me just add as co-host. Beep, beep. Now my phone's freaking out. I don't know what's going on.
Damn you phone.
Let me try the other phone. Hold on. Reconnect.
I'll entertain the masses. Cool shirt you got there.
Yeah,
very neon.
entertain the masses. Whoa. Okay. Invite to co-host. Okay, that should have done it. Yeah, co-host.
And just so everybody knows, eventually,
awesome.
We're even going to tell you about, like,
X.
yay person, thank you.
Appreciate it. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to continue on, and also just remember, everybody, you can watch this on X, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Okay, back to you, GimpyG.
Right. Back to me.
Okay.
So, that's what my license plates are too. Yes, I can. Yep.
Why can't I hear you?
I can hear you. You can't hear me? No. No. That's the best part. It's Mark my room. This is my dog, Wiki. Okay, it's gotta be a way to do this. Sammy. I will continue to make noise until you can hear me. My sick. One, computer. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. I live on the plains of eastern Colorado.
Something is playing.
Perhaps I'm not singing.
My old one burnt down.
Something is amiss.
We'll get back to that.
This is
Something is
me,
playing
Lance
right
Carr.
now.
It's overall.
I've got a rare form of muscular dystrophy.
There it
It's,
is. Okay,
we can name it in 3 tunes.
I can hear you. Okay, all right. I don't know if
Okay,
they
you can hear
that.
clearly now.
Okay, so how long have you been living with muscular dystrophy? Obviously, your whole life. But
Yep, that's true.
doctors told you you might not make it past such and such age,
Oh,
such and
dude,
such age.
I'm
And you kept.
super old now. I am 53 years old.
That's
So holy
amazing.
smokes. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Pretty much you just have to sit there until the years go by. So it's not really that hard, but
It's.
of course I'm always reaching out and trying and doing stuff, but
I admire you. You are an inspiration.
well, thank you. Well, vice versa, girl. Some of the things you had to go through recently and that scary man thing, whew,
Oh.
that was scary.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, and then your willingness to really go out there in the middle of nowhere and try this and try that. It's spooky. See, if
Yeah.
somebody tried to like kidnap me, they would return me and then we would demand a ransom from them before they would take me back. Because they'd be like, "Ooh, this dude's a lot of trouble.
Oh.
And he's complaining and complaining. We can't get his shirt on back straight. So we'll give you $5,000, you take him back." And my family's like, $5,000, psst, how about 10? So, but they'd take you and keep you and it'd be terrible.
Wow. But you're really.
Hey,
So you're a good. I'm hearing myself twice. You're a good gamer. Video gamer.
yes. I mean, definitely for sure. It was mostly in the realm of World of Warcraft where I excelled. Like, there is a Bionic Gamer GimpyG video on my YouTube that kind of showed how I worked with my guild and would do things, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But it's weird from a realm of, like literally, if my nose itches, I just have to get through it. And then you go into a world where,
Oh my gosh.
if I screw up, the whole raid wipes, and all these people are depending on you, and you're coming through. And we would do like mythic, we do heroic raids, and then I could do the mythic dungeons up to 15 if people know what that means. But so really hard content. It just feels so good.
Yeah.
Even just the exploration is wonderful. Yeah.
Wow. It's just, I can't sit still at all. And it's
I think I would be a spaz too. I really do. I think if I could, I'd be a spaz. Because in my head, I'm always doing like 2 or 3 things at once. I want to read and watch TV and maybe listen to something at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's different. So getting out and moving around and all that, it just was awesome. And, how do I say this? All the tools I had to do that, for instance, the mouse I was using, it could follow a reflective dot on your forehead and turn that into mouse movement. And that burnt down with it. And those are $1,200 a piece. So that's how I got the idea for starting Game Phase, which is the new software I worked with Google to create. So when I was watching people use, those silly face apps on, like where you'll have a dog face or or you can look like an old lady. I said, it has to know that your mouth is opening. It has to know your eyes are closing. So I thought, I bet we could turn that into a gaming mouse that just uses your head. And I got to talk with Apple first, and they weren't into it. And then I talked to Google. Yeah. And I talked to Google. They weren't sure. But then they got back a hold of me and said yes. And that was in January of this year. and we worked from January to May working on it. It was really awesome. I got to work with like some of the smartest people in the world in AI. It was great.
Wow.
Very tremendous.
It's called Project Game Face. So
True.
I have that video pulled. Let's see if I can play it. And let's see if it will
now
have
I'm a movie
audio.
star. So
You
just
are a
know,
movie
I'm,
star.
broke.
That's right.
There were like 40 people in my house to film this.
So in the thumbnail on YouTube, and then also I posted it on X, you can see part of the crew in his in his room, in the room that he's. Well, yeah, this is your new house, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
call it my smart guy room. It's my old house rebuilt. Back
Old
from
house
the ashes to Phoenix. Yep.
Yes, rising from the ashes of the phoenix. I love it.
Woohoo.
You have such a good attitude. All right, let's see here. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to put it in front of us quickly. And then I have a white background to go behind it. For some reason, I can't get it to scroll. So it's going to be part of it. Part of you.
You can see part of it.
Part of you, yes. All right, let me just make sure. Google Chrome audio, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to play it and then see if they can hear it.
So I can't really move my body. For me, playing.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Sorry,
Oh, my.
sorry. Hold on.
Oh, sounds like you're in a cave.
I am in a cave. All right, something needs to turn off. Why are there so many of me? Oof. Sorry, everybody.
Playing video games is my link.
Can you hear
This
that?
is my smart guy room.
Does that
Are
play
you,
for
are
you?
you talking to them or me?
Does it hear you? Or you can hear it?
I can. But
Okay.
it doesn't matter if I can hear it, as long as they can hear it.
If you can hear it, they should be able to hear it. I think.
Okay. Well, I heard it for a minute there, and I don't now, but that's okay.
Okay. That's okay. All right. Let me transition and get it up on the screen. Hi, everybody. We are here with GimpyG, and he's telling his story of just we're learning his story here. Right now, Google, not right now, earlier this year, Google partnered with him to create an open source technology. Let's see, we could hear the video, says Nick. Open source technology called Project Game Face.
True.
Am I?
That's it.
Can you hear me twice?
A little bit, but like not twice really separated. Just like maybe a couple milliseconds. Say something again.
Hello.
That sounds fine now.
Okay. I'm just going to play this and we'll go back. Everybody watch your ears. Okay.
This is my smart guy room.
All right. So it's not playing over here. 1 second. Project Game Face. Use OBS to control volume. Refresh browser. Press cache of current page. This is so tricky. Okay. Transition. Here we go. We're going to try this.
room. This is my dog Wicket and Sammy. And this is my sick gaming computer. I live on the plains of eastern Colorado.
Maybe.
This is my new house.
No,
My
yes.
old one burnt down, but we'll get back to that. This is
I don't
me,
want to talk up
Lance
at the
Carr.
top of it.
I've got a rare form of muscular dystrophy, so I can't really move my body. For
To
me,
the good
playing
people
video
watching,
games
you
is my
can
link
get
to the world.
interesting,
But
heartwarming, or technically,
I had to stop gaming because
skilled.
this
You
house
gotta pick two.
burnt down.
We're going
along
for
with
for interesting and heartwarming.
Okay, it's playing the YouTube, but it's not playing the video.
Interesting.
So, what do we do here? We open this. No video on YouTube. Okay. All right, it's going to play again.
Are you... Okay.
I'm learning so much.
with my adaptive.
It is. That's kind of...
Yeah.
With this streaming stuff, you can't anticipate the way it's going to go wrong. So
Yeah.
you basically have to make this mistake in front of God and everyone.
Everybody. Yep. You get it.
Yep.
Okay.
You got your underpants on your head,
That's
your
right.
salad on your lap.
That's right. Stuff in your teeth. There's a couple of audio streams on YouTube also. Let me try this. Oops, that's GitHub. Copy. We are rolling with the punches, everybody.
Don't switch that dial. That's what they used to say in the old commercial days.
Here we go. All right.
With my adaptive equipment, and I had absolutely no way to play
So
Warcraft or any other computer game. I definitely had a low point. So when I got connected with some cool
it's
folks at
playing
Google,
on
hey
its-
guys,
Hey, Lance.
I was pretty stoked.
Is that good?
We teamed up to develop this thing called Project Game Face.
Yeah, the name is pretty cool.
It allows me to precisely control my mouse with my face. It's so precise, I can even write in cursive.
Project GameFace uses MediaPipe, which links together a number of different AI models to give you an output. And in this case, the output is a mesh of 468 points on your face and convert that into telemetry like mouse movement or clicks. It runs natively on devices and it only needs an input from a webcam, which to me is one of the most amazing things about it.
Controlling my computer with funny faces, it's pretty awesome.
You know, the face is what we show to the outside world anyway, so why not bring these two things together? There's a beautiful symmetry there.
I was stronger when I was 6 months old
Do you
than
think
I
it's
am now.
working?
Muscular dystrophy takes, and this actually added an ability. So it's the first time I've gained something in a physical sense. My hope is to definitely give this technology to everybody who could use it.
There are many people out there who have ideas, who have creativity, so we're open sourcing this technology for folks to create miraculous solutions like this one.
I just want to make a lot of people's lives better and easier. Well, we're going to get back to it. Thanks for hopping by the plains of Colorado.
Hey.
Oh, you saw me?
Look at the edges of the cliffs. Right.
Wait, what was that?
He's a warlock.
Oh.
I
Okay.
should have known.
Ooh, I'm picking up followers.
Oh, yay! Okay, so it started like halfway through. Here it goes again. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh. The last part was the coolest part, so.
Nope, that's not it.
My room. This is my dog Wicket and Sammy.
This is Louis the
And this is my sick gaming computer.
Louis the Great,
I live on the plains
Louis
of
the Grand
eastern
Monarch,
Colorado.
and Louis the Sun King.
This is my new house.
I don't know.
My old one burnt down.
Maybe you didn't do nothing and it did it by itself.
In 1685,
Now we've
even the
got something else
self-declared
to talk
direct
about.
representative of God on earth had questions
Yeah.
he could not answer on his own. Questions about the ruling Qing dynasty
What?
in China. How big is it?
So probably went to the next
How many
video
people
and
live in that?
auto-played or something.
What can they teach us about music,
Okay.
culture?
Now we're gonna get a
Astronomy.
copyright strike.
So, in the spring of that year, Louis sent
Sorry,
members
everybody.
of France's Order of Royal Mathematicians
I've turned it
on a
off.
voyage that would span 3 continents and 3 oceans.
And I'm deleting it.
Their task, gather information that would
computer's-
satisfy the king's curiosity.
Come on.
Hmm.
Deleting it.
It was a journey with numerous
Okay, oh.
hardships and countless setbacks. But
It's still playing.
5
Where's
years,
it coming from?
4 months,
It's those
2
ghosts
days later,
that burned down my house.
Louis' answers
They're in the
finally
machine.
arrived.
Where is it?
In the grandest of human traditions, he had become curious, asked a question, and learned a new piece of information,
Heck.
just like billions of people who had come
This is
before him,
amazing.
and billions who have come
I
since.
turned off Google Chrome.
People who had access to cave walls, clay tablets, oracles,
What
scrolls,
happened?
books,
I don't
printing
know.
press, libraries, semaphore towers, telegraphs, the radio, the television, the Betamax tape, and the short-lived French nap.
Are they hearing it as well?
I think so. Okay, I just That was wild. I don't know where it was coming from. There's no browser open with Google anymore. Okay. Anyways, hi Doodle. Autoplay attacked and change video. This is wild. Okay. Anyways, I think we're
Good times.
It is from the okay. Are we back? I think we are. That was brain boggling. Okay. We still have people listening in next. Okay. All right. So since Google, your contract with Google ended, did they take the
Correct.
technology with them?
No. They actually left me a laptop, which is cool. And then what was interesting, remember you're talking about copyright strikes? My
Yes.
whole, I call it my smart guy room. I've got like Marvel and super, space stuff all over. Lots of Baby Yoda, like a really, just an incredible amount of Baby Yoda. So they had to take all that down,
Oh
and
my gosh.
they actually replaced it with my nephew's art, which was real cool. They took all of his things. He's an adult, and he draws cartoons and things. So they put that in canvases and yeah. So they put up all of it. It was real cool.
Wow.
And then let's see what happened. And the technology is available to anyone for free if they just download it. So that's cool. And I thought it was actually running like ChatGTP, like running off of servers elsewhere, but it's not. It's running off of your computer when it does it. So I'm not even sure how it works.
Huh.
Like totally. I've got a rough idea.
So the source is available. The source code is on GitHub. And
Correct.
I did have that here, but I think I deleted it trying to get that video to stop.
That's okay though.
But I think I may have posted it in the X thread. And if I didn't, then I will. Also, side note, if you don't already follow GimpyG on X, you should. It's at GimpyGod. And then
True.
on Twitch, it's
At GimpyG.
GimpyG. Okay, at
Nope.
GimpyG.
Yep.
And then on YouTube, it is...
But then I made it too long. Yeah.
I have it in the description of the YouTube video, though. A link to all three of
Good.
those. Yes.
Oh, cool.
So-
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Nick Level's putting it in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much. My moderators are so awesome. Okay. Wow. You have
We
just
survived.
you've opened up my eyes to something that I've never lived, and there are so many people that could benefit from this technology, right?
Right. And I've gotten back quite a lot of good feedback, and there's been articles written, and then people seeking me out if they thought that would help them. There, it's kind of amazing to me. There are things that I didn't even think of as far as that needed to be within the software, because that was totally me. Any feature you see in there, any UI, that's totally me. And I thought I had a lot of bases covered, and there were just things I forgot, like how to turn it off if you can't move your hand, because I always have somebody there with me.
Yes.
So they need the ability to turn it on and off without somebody able-bodied by them. That kind of thing.
Let me put. Hold on.
No problem.
They're speaking in the space. Okay. Yeah. So everything is controlled by your facial gestures.
Correct. If you raise an eyebrow, like the way I have it set up on World of Warcraft, like, can you do eyebrows separate? Looks like you're more of a.
I can only do one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It looks like you're really good at the. I'm guessing left. Yeah, that eyebrow. You're captain. No, you got it. You got it. So you could push 2 buttons. That's how great you are. But you can also puff up a cheek.
How do you do that?
And
do it again. Okay.
And then you can do Elvis, like. Yep, and that will do different things. And we made it so you can say whatever keyboard you want. So I can jump like this, and then cast the spell, going like that, and
like
different things.
Oh, wow.
You can set it any way you want. So whatever you're good at, if you're not good at it, we can change it. You can change it yourself, actually.
Wow. Could I do...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So this is all AI-assisted technology. I thought I read it had like 240 points, or maybe it's 70 of your
No. They put 30,000 faces in there and mapped out 480 points on a face. But a human did that. Now but because the underlying technology is something called media pipe, and they want that to be more widely used. So basically, this game face technology is a really good forward-facing tech, to break it to the world, I think. It's not an evil corporation trying to take your job thing.
Right.
So they use part of that for this. So the thing actually can look at your face. It doesn't know who you are. It doesn't send any information anywhere. It's just looking for eyebrow. And then it knows if the eyebrow has moved in the position that we're telling it. Mm-hmm. And you can change the sensitivity. Let's say somebody like you whose left eyebrow is challenged. Yes, you have a left eyebrow challenge. I'm sorry.
I'm okay.
But you can get
I am challenged.
You might be able to get the sweet parking. You don't know. Left eyebrow challenge parking.
Oh gosh.
So you can actually change the parameters of that, or if you don't want to be speaking and have something. Let's say you're streaming and doing this, you don't want conversation to make it go off, so you make it less sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
Which has been an issue. So, I'll figure it out.
Wow. That's an amazing technology. Wow. Okay.
It is. It's so cool.
Wow.
And it exists outside of the medical world. So it's not, the original mouse I got was $2,500. And then it went down to $1,200. And the company that was doing that, they completely gutted it to get it down to the $1,200. And for some reason, they say they don't make any money. I guess, whatever. And they quit making it just last year. Yeah. So I'm hoping GameFace can get out there to the people that need it. That's why I really want to push it everywhere I can.
Yeah. Huh.
And I
Okay.
think other people should just try it. Just, even if you're able-bodied, give it a shot. See what
Yeah.
somebody else has to do to game and what that would be like, and it might be fun. Definitely making weird faces at each other is different.
Yeah. That's something that chat you need a Windows machine, correct?
Hmm.
So I wanted to try
Yes.
it. I was able to look at the GitHub repository, but I wasn't able to try the actual software. So anybody with a Windows computer or Windows tablet, try it. Would love to
It,
have your feedback.
yeah. And it just uses a regular webcam or whatever's on your, like, say if you have a laptop webcam, it works there too. There are people on GitHub, since it's open source, working on getting it working on something like, say, Linux, or what else were they doing? I know it's in Python,
Okay.
but an idea is to make a box that has a camera in it, and then you can just plug that in USB wise into your computer, and it actually registers as a mouse, so that you
Wow.
don't get some of the other conflicts and issues.
Yeah.
But so far, it's not having too many problems.
Okay. So the technology you lost in the fire was the mouse. What else?
One of them, yeah. Oh
I'm
gosh,
with
there
you.
was a ceiling lift so I could get in and out of the bathtub.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, I didn't take a regular bath for a year,
Oh my
and that
gosh.
sucked. That really sucked. I wanted to
Yeah.
show a picture. It's not like a dirty picture, just a
No, you
wholesome,
gotta.
cute picture.
Do you
No,
want to send it to
I
me
don't
on
have it
Discord?
now.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
I'll ship it to you on X.
Okay.
But it's just like how cozy and nice my first bath. Like just getting in there, you can just see my head. So, but it was
Yeah.
really nice
Oh, whoops.
because sister and my nephew had to like hang my head over the edge of the bathtub
Oh.
no, over the edge of the bed with a Tupperware below, and boy, that was really weird because insurance didn't want to pay for it, even though we had insurance on everything inside the house. And they said Medicaid should pay for it. And Medicaid said no. We did pay for it, and now insurance, it burned down. You should pay for it. And
Oh
the
my
problem
God.
is, who do you fight? How do you fight that? It's $40,000. So, and it's not like I could just poop that. So,
No, right.
yeah. So, a streamer named, well, I call him Charlie, but he's Moist Critical or Penguin Zero. He did
I
a
go by
charity
these.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep, it was really nice. So we got my bathroom back up and going here at the house, and that's great.
Good.
So, but it's been wonderful. He's a really nice guy. If
Yeah.
you ever see, he's for younger people, but boy, generous, very generous,
What
and
other
good-hearted.
things? What other things did you lose in that fire that
Something
haven't
I'm
been
still working
replaced?
on, the van. That's the tough part. I have a GoFundMe on that too, but
Okay.
it's so expensive. People don't know like how much a wheelchair van costs because you get a regular van. It has to fit certain criteria. So there's only 3 or 4 types of van that can do it. And then they put hydraulics in it and other things so they can kind of tilt down. And then since that is going on the road, it has to meet certain requirements. You can't
Right.
just go throw it in yourself, right? And it's also quasi medical, considered a medical device, so it also has restrictions. And I don't mind because it just means that you have to be able to do everything with a handle or a pump that's either electrical or hydraulic. That way, in case something goes catastrophically wrong, you can still get out of the vehicle. And I think that's a good
Oh, I lost
restrictions
you for a
and things.
second. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Hey
Hello?
there.
Hello?
Oh,
It's
that was
me.
weird. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Where did I
If
leave off? Did I say
things go,
catastrophic?
if something catastrophically wrong, That's where you left off.
Correct. You can still get out of the van. So I like the idea that, I don't know, I like certain restrictions. It's not great for like building things initially, but when you want it in your hands and when you're going to use it every day, it's nice that somebody took your health and well-being into consideration in the long haul.
Yes.
And we've had to use that several times on different vans where, it just died and he had to pump me out of the van, kind of like a toothpaste, but it was me.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah. I mean, it was, what I don't get is when we got out of the house, I hope I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here.
We never took any video with any of our cameras or anything.
Hold on. Come back.
Okay.
Okay, you're back now.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
We never took video with any of our cameras or anything. I think it was just so traumatic that we didn't think, oh, we better get this on video. And it was so interesting.
You mean
we
during the fire or before the fire?
Yeah. Like when you're outside, your house is burning down. You might take a video of it, just and then that night, since the town I live in doesn't really have like any kind of taxi thing or anything for somebody in an electric wheelchair, and the ambulance wouldn't take me to a hotel. So my cousin, he has like a muscle car, and he got his muscle car trailer and put me in there, and then cinched me down with some straps, and then that's how I got to the hotel, and then from the hotel to a rental, and then finally last October. So we haven't quite been home a year. We'll be home a year at the end of October, and that's how I got back here. Was in a car trailer.
Oh my God!
It's true.
I believe you.
It's different. That's. I really wish the insurance would have came through on that, and there's some weird things about that too. And I just don't know. I got attorneys, but attorneys want money. They want so much money up front, and that's just not. I don't know too many people that have like $5,000 or whatever up front. And even if you do have that kind of money, it's going to take years.
Yeah.
So
it's so important that you're sharing your story, because I know that there's so many other people probably going through not exactly what you're going through, but can relate
but hardships
to so much. And
you
just keep on going. You just keep on going every day.
Well, mostly. Sometimes I'll get down, but you know how that is. You kind of, I don't know why. There's that voice in it. Why don't we have a voice in our head that tells us how awesome we are? You know what I mean? Every voice in your head's like a total jerk.
Yes. You suck. You're not doing enough.
Yeah.
You're lazy. Yes.
It never get nowhere, kid. Shut up, voice in my head.
Yes.
So I don't know what the evolutionary purpose of that was, but I find it interesting. But I fight that because I know it's always, if it's not outright lying, it never tells the full truth. Like it can say, you're never going to give anybody a hug. Well, yeah, but I have the love of tons of people and I can enjoy life. And, you know what I mean? So it tells you a half truth or a fraction of a truth and then wants you to focus on that. So that's what I fight. That kind of thing.
That's really inspiring. I suffer from depression lifelong, but and obviously there's no comparison to what we experience.
There is. Well, what we experience, right? But your mind is how you see the world, and it is you. So if that's fighting you, it's bad.
Yeah.
Bad for you, bad for anybody.
It's hard. Wow.
How do you, because sometimes it seems like you're like massively energetic. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, and like now you just said you have depression. So is it like a swinging thing?
Yeah. Yes. There's this commercial, this advertisement when I was younger for an antidepressant, some big pharma, but I'll never forget it. It was like a woman was walking down the street, a cartoon woman, and it was like spaghetti lines started coming into the scene and then forming this dark gray cloud over her, and it started raining on her. And
Gotcha.
and it said something like, this is what depression may feel like. And I relate to that so much because it comes out of nowhere, and, or at least it feels like it comes out of nowhere. It happens pretty much at least once a month, maybe once every couple months, usually once a month. But not at the same, there's no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
And I take an antidepressant. I sometimes supplement my vitamin D.
With tequila?
Yeah.
No.
No tequila. No. Because the antidepressant speeds up the...
Right.
Yeah. So I just take time away. I usually just sleep. And
Gotcha.
I am very unproductive. It's even hard for me to write back replies on X or on YouTube or even pick up the phone for somebody that's calling me. And
Gotcha.
there's really no... Like, I wish I could just push a button and it would just turn off.
Go away. Right. That's why I'll send you like a cute puppy or something every once in a while.
Yes.
Because I know that you're not around and I figure something's going on. So I'll just send you something cute. I don't expect a reply
And I
or need one.
that.
Just, yeah.
Means that you're thinking of me, you saw it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And, you know, that's kind of a secret to getting through life. I think a lot of people don't spend much time thinking about helping others. Like, even though I can't do a lot. When I was in the hospital for 114 days when I was 12.
Wow.
And had just massive surgeries. And I had something called halo traction, where they screw screws into your head and then put weights on a pulley system.
Oh.
And one of the things I did was, since I was 12, I could read and everything. And little kids that were at Children's Hospital, we set up a thing where they could bring in books, and I would read the books to them. They had to hold it up in front of my face.
Yes.
And then I would read them. And it's things like that that get you, like, through the day. It's worrying about somebody else's problem, or at least thinking about them. I don't know how to describe that, but that really does help.
That makes sense. Get yourself... Oh, I lost you for a second.
No? Are you sure?
Oh, no, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Now you're back. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's just a delay. Whoa. Something's happening with perpetual... Get it? Sometimes you just need some me time. Wow. So this
I could see people needing me time. I hate me time, though. Me time means I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Well, okay, since we're all talking.
Keep going.
Like, I've never had a personal space. Like, I don't have a drawer with something weird in it. I don't have something strange in a wallet, or a story about how I don't know, one night when nobody knew, I went out to town and killed a hobo just to see what would happen. Or something else. Nothing like that.
No crazy stories. No, you got
No
roaring drunk. Took your shirt off. Went
Well, I
into
have
the
some crazy
ocean.
stories, but never by myself. Yeah, I got into such shenanigans. Nope, nothing like that. I've had a bug, like a spider, build a web on my face at night. That sucked. But that's, those are, yeah. That's when you start hating nature. And I know people love nature. But me and nature, I'm not so sure.
No, I
I think
get
it would eat me if it had a chance.
I recently had spiders nesting. They're still nesting in my trailer. So I feel for you a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm with you.
if you, I'm sure you dream of something that is something, if you could, if you had the
Say
opportunity.
whatever you want, but
If you had the opportunity to go somewhere, do something, see something, what would it be?
oh, now that's. I think. I mean, I really would like to walk through the forest or, explore, look at different little things growing around and doing things. Because I say I hate nature. I just hate nature as a person who can't combat nature.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but that I think I would also go through castles. I think that would be cool, like different,
Yeah.
like in Europe or something. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
neat. And I'm totally atheist, but I go through the churches just to see the architecture and be, say, oh, I'm in a building that's 1,000 years old. That'd be so cool.
And if you were able to walk and
Right.
move your limbs,
I would go around and hug everybody to start with. I might go to a bar, get in a fist fight. I don't know. We have to see. I've always wanted, I just have to find the right guy. I just
yes,
pushed my buttons the wrong way.
yes,
And then I might lose. That's fine. Because I'm pretty sure I won't even know how to throw a punch. You know what? I'm going to train like Zuckerberg first and
Yes.
Elon. And then I'll go throw hands.
all right.
But I mean,
So
that'd be
you'd
a
go to a
fun
bar.
thing to do.
You go to a bar, get in a fight. What was the first thing?
Yeah.
Hug people, hug everybody.
Hug everybody. I
What
think
else?
I would, I've kind of given up on the whole romance thing, but I'd come back around on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Take a shower. Because I'm always just in a bath. And nobody, feed myself. I would put exactly what I want on the fork.
Yes.
When I got a bite, I'd be like, you know what? I'm doing corn and potatoes this bite. Or something like that.
Yes.
So,
And have
this is all boring stuff.
No, it's
Well, a long time,
not.
maybe. It wouldn't be bad then. Then I could go pull a book and look at a book or just look anywhere. That'd be cool. Like right now, somebody could be behind me. Don't know. So it'd be cool to be able to look or, yeah.
So you can't turn around or.
Right.
No.
Right,
okay.
right. No stalking on GimpyG's part. I cannot stalk anybody, which is good.
Darn, you're missing.
Oh, speaking of stuff, yeah. Dang it. That's one of that shenanigans all these walkie people get themselves into. Going across country, finding some girl.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
What about walk your dogs?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Throw the ball.
I would definitely throw the ball, roll around.
Yeah.
Get grass on me. I haven't been on grass in, literally, I don't think I've touched grass in at least 30 years, probably more. Because, without musculature, it's really hard for my joints to stay in. While they're dressing me, they have to make sure not to, dislocate my shoulder or elbow or...
Oh, my goodness.
And it still hurts like heck, right? So, putting me somewhere odd sounds like it might be fun, but it's not. So we try not to hurt me so I haven't been in a pool in forever. Oh, swimming. That would be cool.
Swimming.
I usually make this
tube.
Just swimming would be nice. I usually have sister fill the tub up too dang far and you start to float and that feels kind of nice. So that would be something cool to do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. Would you ever
drive a car.
drive a
Drive a car
car?
fast.
Yeah.
I don't know about a motorcycle. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of airplanes or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever
man,
flown
I
in
don't
an
know.
airplane?
Yes, lots.
Yes.
I was on the Today Show and with Kathy Lee and Hoda. And
Really?
let's see. Yeah, I wrote
Wow.
a story about my dad, and they turned that into a song and
Oh.
performed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who played King Trident in the Broadway musical Little Mermaid, he
Yeah.
sang it and stuff. It's a tearjerker.
Oh, that's so cool. I'll have to get a link to that.
Yeah, it's really nice. So we
Wow.
got to go to New York in style. Now, see, I wish kind of I lived in New York or something because there we could just call and they had, vans and things. They even had a limo van. So it's like a black van and a
Wow.
Russian driver. It was super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and I went to the National History Museum,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so cool in New York. Like they had a full size blue whale. I don't think it was a real blue whale, but it was that size. It was magnificent.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, the
Okay,
blue whale. Wow. Huh.
I like exploring, so I think I do tons of exploring, even
Yeah.
down to looking what's under that rug, and I just go
Yeah.
pick it up and look.
Yeah. Do you still have sensation in your extremities?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why things hurt and things. But yeah, so all of my skin and everything feels just like regular. What happened to me was the myelin sheath on your motor nerves deteriorates. That's what's going on with muscular dystrophy. So the nerves that tell your muscles what to do, uh, those nerves stop sending signals, and then since the muscles aren't getting signals, they die. And it's not even something where you could like electrically stimulate them or anything. If you exercise, when you exercise, you can actually break down the muscle and then it
Yes.
comes back stronger.
Yes.
That's it. Just for me, it's a ratcheting thing. Every day, my whole life. Yesterday, I'm stronger than I am today. You know what I mean? It's like that, but
Just
forever.
just consistent breakdown, but never building back up.
Correct. There's just no back up. I've never, yeah. Which is, it's a weird. That's why I think I was like kind of old when I was a kid. I don't know if you ever seen that, but like kids that are sick or whatever, they just seem old. But they're
Yeah.
not creepy, but like they seem
Old
like an old spirit.
old
Yeah.
soul. They've lived
Yep.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's because they've experienced these things that slow you down or that you didn't think of as a kid and that you do contemplate as an adult. So,
Yes.
like that year or that 3 months I spent in hospital, almost four, I made the decision whether to go or not because that's what mom just said. You have to decide because at the time it was like an 80-20 decision. 80, I wouldn't make it. So you just, when
That's
you're making calls like
sad.
that, it kind of ages you a little bit.
Hold on.
But I'm totally immature still. So just so you know, I hold on to that.
That well, it's good. You got it. Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions or anything? Or whatever
Yeah.
you'd want to talk about?
All right.
And if not, I want everybody to know if you can hear me, any questions, fine. There's nothing. There might be something that'll make you feel uncomfortable, but it won't make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Will you say it one more time?
Sure, if anybody has any questions, please ask. I do not feel uncomfortable with anything. You might feel uncomfortable asking it, but I promise you, I won't bother you about it, and I won't feel uncomfortable. I'm used to it.
Okay. All right, everybody. We have people in the Twitter space. We have people on
I
YouTube. We
think,
have people on
yep.
X. We have people on Twitch, which I haven't looked. If you have any questions, please speak them either on X or put them in the chat on YouTube, or let me look at X, the other one.
How in the world can we look at all this?
I know, right?
But, yeah, I mean, like I said, I taught high school. So 14 to 18, and those kids would ask me anything. So
Okay.
there's nothing I haven't heard.
Let's see here. All right. Let's see.
And if you don't want to ask questions, that's cool too.
What's
Okay.
your question? Let's see here.
Hey Jessica, it's City Hall. Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes. Hello. Oh, sorry. People, somebody keeps. Mike.
Your audio is not coming too well, so try
Here,
turning off and then coming back on.
I could hear it. I could hear it.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
If you can hear it, just repeat it to me.
Okay, cool.
I can hear it. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Okay, so not any immediate questions so far, but so I know accessibility and AI. Was looking into reading some articles on it just before the space started, or during the space. But yeah, I think it's
Oh, it says connecting. Hold on. Oh, they just.
I'm so sorry. I love their accent too. She said, as far as I heard you saying accessibility and and AI.
What happens is hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Accessibility and AI.
testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Go ahead.
We got you.
Okay, cool. So not any immediate questions, but I was reading into some articles on accessibility and AI, and so I'm gonna guess. Okay, I guess my question is accessibility. I'm more interested in exposure of AI, but accessibility is definitely very important. It's gonna help so many people. I swear to God. But is accessibility in this context of the space? Is it mainly for people with physical disabilities, like disabled people physically?
Okay, that's awesome question. That's what I've been working on. However, my the next thing I want to do is take the same technology and see if we can teach the media pipe to recognize people's demeanor. Is the person anxious? Is the person fed up with listening to you? That way people with mild autism might have a display in the side of their glasses, and it says, oh, this person's happy that's talking to you, or this person's confused that's talking to you, or this person's perturbed. That would, because a lot of the low-level autism people just don't know what, or low on the spectrum, don't know how they're being received, and that causes a heck of a lot of anxiety on their end, and then I think that would help a lot. So I do see it going into other areas quite a bit, but on the physical end, it has so many possibilities because, other than having a slave that does everything I want, AI has got to be the solution. But let's do this. I can't force somebody to shoplift for me. God damn it! If I want to shoplift, I want to shoplift. So maybe if I have an AI arm, I say, AI arm, those M&Ms look pretty good. Put it in my bag. And then I shoplifted. Sure, the po-po come. They taser me. But dang it, at least I made the decision. But I think AI is going to let people make choices they can't make right now. And I don't want to make it gross or if anybody gets worried. But there's things like sexuality or masturbation or things. Let's say you're a 14-year-old boy or girl, well, that's illegal, but would AI help with that kind of thing? I don't know. But I sure see it as an avenue to answer some very complex questions about being human as a person who can't move, which is odd since we're talking about AI.
No, it's a great response. Does that kind of answer your question?
There can be follow-ups too.
Sorry, Jessica. I'm sorry. I don't really understand how the space is working. I'm gonna guess you are streaming on other platforms. I am too. Twitch and Kick, same at. But I couldn't really hear her response. I am sorry.
Oh, it's he and yes, I'm.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm streaming on
That's
Twitch,
okay.
X, and YouTube.
Is it the same at?
Okay, now this is great.
Yes.
I didn't. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give you.
I'll wait till you're ready.
Because I couldn't really hear his response.
Okay. Yeah, if you listen back, I'm just kind of playing it through the microphone, so.
Jessica, do you want me to bring my music pod in?
That's cute.
The audio in from the other app?
Yeah. That would be helpful. I don't know if any more people have questions in this app.
Okay.
But yes,
That's okay.
let me just check
Now-
YouTube really quickly. Sorry, how are you doing?
Every time I'm doing good, but every time I order pizza or do any phone work, that I always get called ma'am, and I go, no, my name's Lance, and they say, okay, ma'am, and so I'm totally cool with it.
I wonder why.
There is something I have noticed other people with the same disease have a similar tone, and I think the musculature in our larynx is off a little bit. So I mean, I get that I sound like the mayor of Munchkinland. I don't get the femininity part, and then Dad and I actually sounded very similar, to the point where if I answered the phone and they thought Dad answered, they would call me Larry. So, but he never got called a girl, and I don't mind at all. Pronouns are fine with me. I don't care.
You were very.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oops. Okay.
I like that person though. Good
Yeah.
question. I hope I answered it.
This is very. Okay. Tangent. Yeah. We have a second question.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Yes.
Go
I can
ahead.
hear you
And if I
as well.
don't, I'll just ask you to interpret.
I just firstly wanted to say thank you to Gimpy for sharing his story. It's pretty amazing, and it's good education for the rest of us here. So thank you. And I did hear your response to the previous questioner. I didn't hear all of it, but I think you were talking about the next thing you wanted to do was somehow teach it to recognize facial features for the visually impaired. So that would be a pretty amazing thing if that was able to happen. I was wondering, I missed the beginning of your story, and I was just wondering a bit about your earlier life. If I know you had muscular dystrophy from birth, but I didn't catch how old you are now, and if at some point you were able to be employed somehow, and how you actually are employed now. How do you make a living? And I was actually wondering if this facial recognition or this software or AI can be actually used to power a wheelchair, because obviously if you can't move, I don't know if you're I didn't hear whether you're paralyzed from the neck down or how it works, but if it can be used, if you are in a wheelchair, if the AI program you use can be used to power wheelchairs. So I guess those were my questions. A little bit about the beginning of your life.
Okay.
And
That's
You
all.
also had me laughing out loud, to be honest.
I got it.
About
Okay.
when you said you wanted to
I
get
got
into
it.
a fight.
I got it. Can
What
she
are the
hear
things
me?
you would do? First hug and then get into a fight. That was hilarious. Anyway, that's my questions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. There were a couple of questions there.
I can answer them. Ye-
All of them, or
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Is she on like Twitch or anything, or
She's on
or
here.
YouTube?
I'm not sure that she knows that there's a stream. There is a stream of this live on X that you can go back and listen to, as well as YouTube and Twitch.
Okay. Did he talk about the beginning?
And you know what? I could just answer her question. She can go back.
Okay. Okay. All right. He's gonna answer. Here we go.
Oh, thanks.
Okie dokie. So, paralyzed. I don't know. I call myself quadriplegic because it just means you have 4 limbs that you can't use. Except mine goes further. I can't really chew hard. It affects all of my muscles, top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And it started down at the bottom of my feet. As far as working goes, I had to win a discrimination and hiring lawsuit against the local school district to teach high school. And then I moved from there to teaching college. And then from there, I went to being an administrator at the college. And then just to come full circle with the high school, they had programs through the college that they said they would no longer take part in if I was employed by the college. So they were required to get rid of me. It was fantastic. And I had already fought with them 3 times, beat them 3 times in court, and I was just done. I just couldn't do it anymore. So, I was working as hard as I could. People enjoyed what I was doing. Parents liked me. Kids liked me. And administration was just making my life horrible. So I stopped. I feel bad about that still. But okay, now she also said, could I drive a wheelchair that way? I was approached by a electric wheelchair manufacturer who wants to adapt this technology to driving a wheelchair. And I think that's how I plan on being gainfully employed, is being a consultant either in using this technology or further other technologies that, like for instance, Apple, they have a lot of assistive tech that's just not good to use, and I would like to help them improve that. So that would be an idea, that something I'd love to do, is be a consultant on these kind of issues. Let's see. Poop. Can you remember any other questions she had?
Okay, Kai. So you and you'll be up next as speaker. And if anyone else would like to have a question, just go ahead and raise your hands, and I'll get to you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I think she asked. I think you got to them. I believe so.
Up until then, a lot of good. I know everybody hates. Okay.
Okay, Kai, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm in your Twitch right now, Jessica. Nice to see you.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. Hi. Maybe perhaps add for accessibility and elaboration a Twitch to the freaking title, so people know that Gimpy is live on Twitch, and so are you, Jessica. That's just a recommendation, though.
Wait, sorry. What was the recommendation? One more time.
Oh yeah. Add Twitch to the title.
Add
of
accessibility.
the space.
Yeah, but that'll deboost me on X.
Oh my goodness, didn't realize that. But nice to meet you, Gimpy. I hope you're well, and muscular dystrophy and quadriplegicness must fucking must freaking suck. And but yeah, you get him, yo. Much
Well,
much
thank
much
you.
love, and love the work you're doing in the space. Disability advocacy is very important, and we need more of that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You were more right to begin with when you said it fucking sucks, because it does. Without the fucking or the sucking, it just sucks,
Oh, okay. Thank you for
and
typing
it's
that.
difficult. It is difficult. That's what I don't want people to think. Okay. Do you know, Jessica, when you go through life and you learn what people want you to say when you're a kid, so you say those things?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, when I was a child, because I was really smart and in a wheelchair, the right thing was to say was, I'm going to be a scientist and cure muscular dystrophy, right? And then
Yes.
another right thing is to say is, even if a genie offered me to walk, I wouldn't, because I like who I am.
Oh,
And that's the you learn these things with what that people want to hear, right?
right. Right.
And eventually, like, it was probably my teens, like 14. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say what's true, because I do enjoy life. I love life. I find people interesting. I find all kinds of things interesting. Uh, if you saw, I totally confused all AI or logarithms that are trying to figure out algorithms that are trying to figure out what I like, because I'll watch everything from science to art, right?
Yes.
So yes, I love all these things, and it sucks to be in a wheelchair. It sucks when you can't. Uh, if anybody touches their face around me, I'm like, I got something on my face, don't I? I know it.
Oh.
I just knew it.
Oh.
Or I like before I got on here, I was like, okay, sis, we got to go on a severe booger inspection.
Right.
There's nose
Yes.
hairs, boogers,
Yes.
no. So
Booger
yeah,
checks.
yep. And then like, I didn't even know I was going bald until I went on Hoda and Kathy Lee, and I saw my video, and I was like, holy shit, because I can't touch the top of my head.
Wow.
And mom and dad knew that that was something I was not happy about, because I felt like, okay, I'll take the wheelchair, but you better not make me fall. And God dang, I struck luck on all those things. So,
Hold on, let me
so
put this phone in the other
yeah,
room.
it's just, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Is it making noise all over you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
so,
just speaking in the space.
got you. So I want
Some,
people to know that you can get through things. They can be hard and they can suck really bad, but you can find avenues that you can enjoy. And
yeah.
these avenues and joys they're not delusions, and they're not uh, distractions. They are the things in life that are important. They are the things you should focus on. Uh, yeah. If you like
Yeah.
action figures or whatever, get them. Screw people. If they
That's
don't
right.
like it, yeah.
You do you, right?
Exactly. And I think people need to worry about that a lot, not what other people are thinking of them.
Nope.
Because honestly, I don't think a lot of people think about other people unless they're judgy or being judgy. So screw them.
Unless they're bored. I feel like boredom is the
Yeah.
the the cause, part of the cause. If they just focus on
Yeah, I think so.
themselves rather than other people.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Get out there. Help other
Yeah.
people, no matter what you can do. Like,
Right.
I've never missed a vote. I've voted every year since 1988. Never missed a vote. Just because that's, okay, I'm doing this thing, I can change the world in this way. It might not
Right.
change it much or the way I want it to, but I'm going to take my shot at changing
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Success isn't, I flipped the switch and the light went on. Success
Right.
is, I flipped the switch 50 times and eventually the light went on, or the
Yes.
light kind of came on. You have to
Flickered.
change this on or off aspect of perspective of life. It's
Oh,
not
that's
all
so
or
good.
nothing.
That's so good. Yeah. There's another way that somebody introduced me that like a lot of or raindrops make a stream when it comes to like earning passive
Yeah.
income. It takes a lot of raindrops to make a stream. And it's
Right,
slow.
right.
But it's not just night and day. I
I'd
love
like,
that.
yeah. I think this fits for your perspective on life too, though, where it's seen like, oh, I'm a failure today because I didn't clean this, or I'm a failure overall because I haven't done this.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to just look at things. It's really hard. Also, okay, this is where I have difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Am I giving up on? I hate giving up. But there's been many times in my life where, like, we used to be able to balance cookies on the back of my hand, and I could give myself a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay, that's cookie. But
Yes.
that went away, and so my life's been this weird thing where am I being lazy and giving up, or am I adjusting to a new circumstance? That's something everybody has to figure out on their own. But most of the time, if you still notice that you're getting things done, you're enjoying life, you, I don't know, just have a good perspective,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not doing the negative thing. You're just adapting to new life circumstances and new
Yes.
expectations. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I just want everybody to know I really appreciate them coming here and listening to us too. It was tough. There's a lot of tech involved.
I think that you've inspired a lot of people. A lot
Well,
of people.
thank you.
Yeah. And I think that you're going to inspire even more.
Well, thanks. I did just get a new a job with Google where I'm going to make 3 more videos about the
Yay.
underlying technology. So I'd rather just do media or the Google face, or game face. But that's okay. I'll help them with their underlying AI tech and then go from there. I did a speech for them too. That was pretty fun.
You did?
Yeah, like all the little people that live underground and do software and AI and all that. They had like a party after Google I/O. It's kind of like the Apple, whatever, extravaganza. And I got to speak to them about how AI was going to be able to change things for people, and if we could just go back in time and kill. Oh God, who did Terminator and Titanic? Who was that guy? James Cameron. So we're gonna have to go back in time and kill him because everybody sees what you're doing as bad guy stuff now. AI is the evil thing that's going to take over. So, but that it was funnier when I did the first time. There was good lead up, but they appreciate it. So I like that talking to people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have 2 questions for you.
Sure.
From me.
Okay.
Number 1. Have you heard of Neuralink?
I have.
Would you ever consider having the chip implanted?
It would be. I would want it to be at a place where it dramatically helps me. If I could pop in the car and drive around and things like that and control my chair and just pull up to the computer, yes. If it was funky and barely worked and I knew it was going to need an upgrade, so I'd have to have another surgery and another. It's kind of, yeah. Go ahead.
They just push over the air updates, I believe.
Okay, see, that'd be interesting. I would have to see. I'd have to see how. I have to weigh things. Like when I go to the doctor, then I go, oh well, let's just take out your tonsils or something because it's so dangerous for me to have surgeries and things. So I'd have to weigh those things out too.
I see.
But if it was definitely dramatically changed my life, I would do it for sure.
Okay.
I would love to have Doc Octopus arms on the back of my chair, you know? Like
Yes.
4 of them, and I could like reach around and pick things up. Ooh, I would solder things. And I didn't know what I would solder. I would just start soldering stuff.
I love that. Yeah.
So that would be cool. And that flight thing we were talking about, if I came
Yeah.
at somebody with 4 robotic arms, I think I'm gonna win. They're gonna chicken out.
I'd back up for right away.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Maybe one day we'll get you a Optimus robot that can help.
I would love that. Like I said, yeah. Because, well, how do I say this? When you have to ask for everything, there is a guilt associated with that, you know? There's a person there that you're taking all their time. Family doesn't leave me alone because they don't want something to happen to me. If my head fell over or whatever. Yes, sister? I'm good. But thank you. That's my sister. She's awesome.
Hi,
when my
sister.
dad passed away, she took over everything. So,
Oh.
so yeah, see, that's where she moved in with her family and all that. So it was tough, but we have an awesome family. That was kind of pelted into us from the beginning that family is it was like a Vin Diesel thing.
Yeah.
It's all about family.
All about family.
Okay, so
love it.
Sister's gonna wave. Hello. That's
Hi.
Christy.
Hello. Thank you for taking good care. Oh, she can't hear me.
She said, "Thank you for taking good care of me, sister."
Of course.
Yes.
She's cute.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I have one more question.
Oh, she said you're cute.
Oh, thank you. Okay. If you could ask one question or say one statement to Elon Musk, what would it be?
Oh my. Don't invest in Twitter. No, I wish he would have taken all that money and ingenuity. Well, but see, that's selfish though. You know, I don't care. It's what I want, right? That's the question. Not what's better for the world, but what I want. I would hope they would invest in things that would, like Neuralink, a lot more, and it could enhance musculature. I'd love to have a robot suit or things that would really change people's lives for the better and get people like me out into the public, because I'm really outgoing, and there's so many people like me that are just home, and nobody knows how many minds have lived and died that we haven't found that could have done incredible things.
Yes.
I wish there was a program for that where we don't make a genius mind, pull itself up by its bootstraps and climb the mountain and hold up a flag and say, "Hey, I'm here." And then sometimes they see them and sometimes they don't. I wish we found them and got them to be able to work, help. Yeah. So if he could do that, that would be a cool thing. Just, it'd have to start small, but something that really got people in my situation and other disabilities more involved in society and really contributing. And give me $1 billion. Okay. But other than that,
well, he might not give you $1 billion, but I do think that he will hear that statement, and that's valuable.
Well, I just want that $1 billion for Christmas presents and stuff. Little things here and there. Yeah, a watch maybe. Maybe another computer.
Yeah.
Girls like that kind of stuff, so give them presents.
That's right.
But anyways,
I love it. You are a delight.
Well, thanks. So are you. You really, like I said, you've inspired me because you go out there. You dive in. I'm one of those people that I want to read the instruction manual 87 times before I do anything. And then you
Yeah.
just like grab the knife in your teeth and
Yep.
dive into the engine.
Yeah, I'm not an instruction manual kind of person. I think that has to do with my ADHD and dyslexia. But yeah.
But
Well,
it's brave and admirable, and it gets things done. So I admire that in you.
thank you, GimpyG. All right.
Yay, everybody.
So if people can or want to find you, tell us again, where can they find you?
Okay, it's GimpyGod on X. It's GimpyG on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then it's GimpyG Gaming on YouTube.
Okay. What about Twitch?
Okay. Did I say Twitch?
I think you said
What did I
X.
say? I said Twitter. I meant Twitch. That's what I did.
Okay.
Twitch is GimpyG.
Okay.
And yeah. Only 3 things. I don't understand the Instagram. Like you just put pictures up and then do what? I don't get it.
No. It's Zuck's behind it. Nah, no thank you. So
Okay.
yes. Thank you so much
Who
for
do
your
I-
time.
Oh,
And-
thank you so much.
Let's do this again.
I want to. We'll have
Okay.
2. Like maybe I'll ask you stuff or something like that.
Interview me. I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
everybody, thank you much.
Thank you. And oops. Your audio. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. You take care until the next time,
You too.
and we'll see you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.